Kane here, and in this one we're gonna talk about Dual Tower and how far I was able to reach. So the current finishing points are 4,350. However, I was above 4,400 multiple times. So I showcase here, this is the first time I was like 1 or 2 points away, like 5 to 10 to maybe 20 times or so. And in terms of these 20 last replays, there were a lot more stronger people with higher research climbing, so it was a little bit harder. So prior to these, or I think I spent a few hours on the weekend grinding. I was over 4,400 a couple of times then I think on Monday morning queue I was 4,400 I think a couple of times, but one time I got knocked from 4,400, or rather 4,390, straight down to like 4,250 or 4,230 because there were like friggin' 20 millions climbing still. And then the very last queue I was playing like TFT a little bit, and then I just decided for the last tower to continue playing. So I think from the last tower I started somewhere from here. I even managed to face the same guy grinding quite a bit. So one time I lost against him, the other time I had a draw against him, because I do believe I swapped formations from burst versus burst to burst versus stall. Then I faced quite a lot of 17 million guys and some 15 million cores that I did face. They ended up as a draw or ended up as a loss. I don't do well against burst versus burst due to the fact that my research is pretty low. So even to describe the a few other ones, right? So currently I'm leveling the gladiators. In terms of the mage research, now from what I kind of noticed, some people's mages are doing quite a bit more damage than mine, even in events. Now I do level that mage research, or rather the prisms, quite a bit above, and say my Avril also has like 5 to 6 million more attack. However, she's not one-shotting the tanks in terms of Dark Dimension anymore, even on the third cast of like Nova or whatever. And the only difference that me and the other people have is that I don't have tier 13 research, which grants 20% more damage until the research that grants 20% damage until the shield fails, and HP increases with hero HP and mana. Then they have either finished this or leveled it a little bit more. Now, what would these give you? So, all of your mages and necromancers will be gaining HP shield based on their current HP or max HP plus the mana that they're able to have. So, I do believe it works from the maximum mana. However, I am not really sure how much it would affect it. So, my Avril is able to have 94 mana due to high, I guess, magic value, and health currently is like 13 million. So, I'm not sure how huge the shield would be. However, the shield is not the thing in terms of what I will be talking about. The main thing is the increased damage by 20%, as well as upgrading this to level 60 or 70, and I do believe this would grant you about 25% more damage with increased or rather casted abilities, and that kind of should make a difference, because that's like 20%, that's 45%. So depending what kind of build you're going for, if the enemy doesn't touch your, say, Avril, or doesn't knock the shield down, and you just cast, say, Blizzard, and then the invincibility procs, and you will not knock down the shield for like the next 5 to 10 seconds. So having like 45% additional damage is sort of what I kind of want to have. And then in such a case, I would even swap the reliquary and then try out this one where I would be doing more damage to the large unit. So 45 plus 15, that's 60%. But if they knock down the shield, that's still like 25 to 40% more damage with casted abilities. In other words, Avril, and Avril would be able to body quite a lot of people. So I'm not sure how well that sort of thing will be, but that is what I kind of noticed from some PvP replays and talking to some people, as well as what I've noticed in terms of events. So that's, I suppose, things to adjust a little bit for the next dual tower and see how well the mages perform then. At the same time, for the next dual tower, I will have Shadow Leopard Blade level 60, so that would also increase my Valerie's and other mages' basic attack DPS. Now, in terms of dual tower, I had everything. I had good fights, I had very close fights, I had fights where people had one hero left and won. I had fights where I had a dragon single unit on field and won. There were people also countering my formation and pretending that they beat me like fair and square and like whatever. I mean, I faced some of those people, literally flawless them in their usual formations, and then they faced against me again, and I didn't really change anything, so they countered my mage cast, like literally just countered majority of the early game cast by continuously stunning everything on my burst side. Not only that, they ended up moving their friggin' dragon across the entire field, so they would not have any repercussions or whatever, and that was not their formation the last times I faced them, and not their formation the times I actually see them fight in the dual tower either. So it's kind of funny, when you're a YouTuber and people are just, literally having a set formation just for facing you in dual tower and then bragging you they beat them. It's kind of pretty funny. But yeah, honestly, I kind of wanted to reach 4,500, but apparently not many people managed to climb quite a bit above. A lot of these people are high VIP 15s, and like it was just, I don't know. It's not really visible in the last days of Q, but my god, man, like friggin' the day before that and the day before that, it was just filled with friggin' 20 millions, I think. In the last 24 hours of those random queues, I faced like 25 to 27 mils as well, like 5 times maybe. It's just freaking crazy. As well as this guy finished almost 4,450. I faced him twice. The first time I beat him. The second time I do believe I faced burst versus burst, and I didn't manage to clear his burst, unfortunately. Other fights I faced against burst versus burst against this guy, I lost. Then I faced burst versus stall, and I ended up stalling. This guy finished above that as well. Honestly, I can't say much, but if the skeletons were nerfed, I likely would have reached 4,500. The nerf with the Covenant, as you received it, it's not really visible, but it depends how high core people you're actually facing. And how good their research is, how good their setup is, and stuff like that. So skeletons are sort of still viable with high resistances, proper fields, and stuff like that if people are not really able to optimize everything pretty good. So there would be still better than, let's say, swordmen or many other things. However, if you're facing people which are a lot higher core, a lot better fields, a lot better setups and stuff like that, then it's unlikely that skeletons would be better because they have the power and the means to instantly one-shot the skeletons very early on, proc their invincibilities, And if they revive, it doesn't really matter. They're just gonna die in almost an instant. While quite a few other, say, frontliners, they have the ability to negate a lot of early damage, but then suffer less and less and less. So it's like either you value overall tankiness, but if they have incredible burst, then you're gonna be missing out. Or if you value, say, like swordmen who have a pretty huge reduction boost at the very beginning, but it just slowly fades away as it goes. Uh, as well as apparently trees are almost unkillable at the moment after some ghost patch or whatever. I didn't have issues, I think, a couple of weeks back or whatever, but my god, I can't even kill a single tree anymore. And I don't even know what the frick changed. It's crazy. So I'm probably gonna be swapping to Sylvani and trying that stuff out. Probably gonna try out humans as well, the frontline, how they're faring. But yeah, I'm really unsure. I might even try an archer formation or so, because I already have a divine covenant and I already have almost a legendary covenant for the archers with attack speed and physical damage. So we're gonna see. I also have research finished for archers almost, so it would be a bit easier as well. We'll see what happens, but yeah, a pretty decent dual tower. Didn't get what I wanted, but yeah, that's sort of a thing to note, that you have to make a couple of formations, especially since you're a YouTuber, because quite a lot of people will essentially have a formation to counter you if you only have one. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens on the next dual tower and whether or not I'm gonna be facing the same people again, and also the outcomes of them trying to counter me. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching, and if you would wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that, and in return I would be able to assist you more in terms of formation building, heroes, armies, events, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank two of my patrons, Scott and Near, really appreciated for the subscription. Thanks for watching, guys, take care and stay safe out there.